speaking of falling out, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're enjoying what is that? Is that a craft brew?
No,
You don't.
it's a spin. No, it's a spindrift.
Oh,
I've,
come on.
I'm
You're
hiding
allowed
it.
to drink.
I'm hiding it behind a Brewster's beer koozie, but it's definitely a
Brewster's like
spindrift.
the ice cream place.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bruisies.
So
I
you
think this is like
have
a.
a beer koozie for your Spindrift water.
It also has the bottom of it says hashtag fuck yeah America.
That is like the opposite of sneaking booze. Like
I
you're
don't
sneaking in
know.
water. I saw on TikTok the other day. Well, let me correct this. I saw a TikTok on Twitter while I was on Twitter, and it was like I guess 20 something year old girl. I can say that because I'm 38 now. And she had one of those fake Coke cans that you sneak an actual like can of beer inside, and then it's a
Right.
sleeve. And I
Mm-hmm.
sent it to my wife, and I said, "Am I too old to want one of these?" Because I feel like I shouldn't bring beer to a place I shouldn't bring beer to begin with. So the fact that like the thought of me trying to sneak a beer anywhere makes me feel old. But
I
you're
mean, I
doing the opposite.
definitely.
You're sneaking a water in a beer koozie. What does that say about you? And you have a cattail. People can't see this, but you have a
It,
cattail.
Yeah, no, there's a cat sitting on my lap. No, what it says is tonight is my night for nighttime wake ups for the boy, and he's this is like day he has slept all the way through the night, only the past 4 nights. So there's still a pretty good chance he could wake up at least a handful of times overnight, depending. So whenever it's my night, I tend to not drink alcohol because it sucks already being woken up in the middle of the night.
You know who I am. I'm your dad. You're
Ugh.
gonna go to bed. Well, I made you. I can unmake you.
That is an argument that does not work with an infant. I'll tell you what. They have no
Oh, he's only
concept
like
of
4
gratitude.
months old. Like, what does he know?
He doesn't know anything. The only thing, the things he knows that he adores me and my mom and his mom, Lauren, and he knows that he can roll over. That's pretty great. He knows how to roll over, and he he's now figured out how to scream laugh. That's pretty fun, and that's about it.
So you just basically described a dog.
Yeah, no, he's like a very dumb small puppy right now, but he is incredibly adorable, and he's also hilarious to watch, like figure out how to use his hands. It's pretty great.
Well,
Past couple days we've started like trying to get him to like we've been handing him like pieces of avocado.
mhm.
That is honestly hilarious to watch.
Because it's like I can eat this, but it's also squishy.
Yeah, well, everything you hand to him, he's gonna try to put in his mouth, and we've started trying to give him like spoon feeding, like very soft foods, a little bit at a time, just a little bit though.
Speaking of spoon feeding soft foods, today's
Exactly.
episode, see, segue, transition. It's like I know what I'm
I I
doing.
I, I popped it up in the air for you, and it's such
I
a
know.
good
It's like we're
start.
playing volleyball. We're playing men volleyball. I don't know why I say it like that. It's just volleyball. And
Men
you
volleyball.
set me up and I'm spanking it down. Today's
Do it.
episode, it's a Creme Shack, spelled creme, but Cream Shack
Creme Shack.
in Greenville, South Carolina. This is your host of One Star Reviews, Andrew Van, with returning co-host Larry Simonson,
That's me.
drinking his Spindrift. This episode brought to you by Brewster's, because if you don't
Nope.
want booze, sneak a Spindrift in there.
It is not brought to man, if only.
If only. What is a Brewster? I know the ice cream Brewsters. What is a Brewster?
Well, like I said, it's Bruisies. I think it's a free.
Bruzies.
It's a free koozie I picked up somewhere. I have no idea where this is from.
All right. Well, whenever you listen to our voices right now, hit that like, subscribe button. Give us a 5-star review as we do 1-star reviews. For those who haven't listened to 1-star review before, we like to read the bad reviews of good places, particularly in Greenville, South Carolina, where we're from. Now, if you go back in past episodes, we definitely have dicked around and read some reviews in different places, but generally, we read the bad reviews of good places. Negative press, bad press, good press, all that kind of stuff. I can make all the excuses why we do this. At the end of the day, folks, it's fun to troll trolls and read stupid shit. Let's be honest.
And you can learn something from the 1-star reviews, even if it's just people are entitled.
Round of applause for Larry for that just motivational speaking. No wonder you were a dad. Good job. Good job, Larry. All right. Let's get some reviews going here. I got one up top. All their competitors open later than they are. We just tried to go in Creme Shack and they were locking up. So we walk over to Marble Slab and this is the line. They're missing out on a lot of business. And it's a photo with, yes, people inside Marble Slab wrapped around a velvet rope, and it's very full and busy. All right.
Which, to be clear, too, Marble Slab is in the same block. It's literally only about 3 businesses over from these guys.
Correct. You want to read your favorite part of the response from the owner?
I do. There is a response from the owner.
All right, let me get it. Go.
Our hours change in a couple of weeks. We don't base our hours on other stores. Sorry you had to wait in their line. Hope it was worth the wait.
I love the sass. I love the sass so much. Like, here's the thing. We have done a lot of episodes. We just celebrated our 100th episode a couple episodes ago. So we've definitely have read. Let's go back to Flat Rock Grill in Western North Carolina.
Rock Grill up. Yeah.
Where that GM and the owner go after you hard in the reviews. If you've not listened to the episode, please look up Flat Rock Grill on our past episodes. You and me have said we need to do a part 2 sometime, which we need to put that on the books.
They do not suffer fools. They roast people. And then the owners of which Stacks is it? Stacks Original? Stacks.
I think so, yeah.
We're over in Cherrydale.
Yep.
Yeah, those guys as well. They don't suffer fools.
That one is just straight up sassy. And you know what? Props. I can respect sass over smart ass or just being straight up mean or have a vendetta. That was exactly bravo.
This one is my favorite type of sass. It's definitely got a little bit of it's polite, but it's got a little bless your heart to it. It's kind of backhanded.
Yeah. So to describe to Creme Shack. Creme Shack is a ice cream place on Main Street in Greenville, South Carolina, it's right next to Sharky's, right across from the Mass General Store. And it is a specialty where you can order and customize, or you can order basically from a huge wide range menu. And just as they roll up their ice cream on that flat kind of cold tray, Cold Stone kind of thing, and they dice it up, all the ingredients together, and then they roll it into little rolls and then serve it to you in a cup with an absurd amount of whipped cream, other fillings, and so on. Usually my wife usually gets the Fruity Pebble one. She loves cereal milk kind of flavors. What's good about this place too is they serve almond milk and chocolate almond milk, so you can get the alternative if you're lactose like myself or like my kids. It is a little extra, but it's great there. So to kind of describe what the competitor is and why Marble Slab was getting a shout out there, which, by the way, is how much I hate when people are like, this place is better. I want to talk about them now. So
yeah, it's a little bit rude. It's a little rude on a review for another business. Well, speaking of which, here's another review. I sat down outside to wait for my wife, and I was kicked out because I didn't order right away. The staff was very rude. The store was completely empty and had many spots open. Definitely don't recommend this place because of how they treated me. And this one also has a response from the owner. When you were asked if any of you guys were going to order ice cream, every one of you said no. Our tables are for paying customers, not for a hangout spot.
What?
Yeah.
Get your ice cream and get the fuck out.
Yeah. I love that idea that this person basically. Well, what I'm curious about is how they recognize this person, because I can't see any sort of profile picture. So I don't know how the owner would have actually known that this was the person that did this, but they're basically saying no, you told me you weren't going to order ice cream, so get out.
I mean, in fairness, there is limited seating in this place. Inside, I want to say there are 4 high top tables and probably 4 regular size tables, and then there's like a booth area, and then outside, I think there's only 4 red little like chair set tables.
So something tells me this was like a group of people who sat down in the table outside being like, oh, we might eat here. And the owner was like, get out.
Yeah, it's also like not a self-service place where like a waiter comes out. Like you have to go inside, order, and then bring it. Like you're not just gonna sit out there and then decide. Like,
so if you're just sitting out there and you don't have ice cream in your hand, then like, what are you doing here? Also,
it's the end of July as we were recording this, and this review was 2 months ago. So this would have been at the somewhere end of May. Yeah, it's hot as hell. Like, those seats go to the people who do pay. I'm sorry. Like, that is also with the owner, and good for them.
Especially on Main Street. Yeah. Popular spot.
Here we go. Closes at 10 p.m. It's 9:30 now, and they are turning away customers with no line. Response from the owner. We had no choice. Busted water pipe, flooding kitchen, and drains backing up! Exclamation point. All my response to the owners, I read like Jerry Seinfeld. We have no choice. Busted water pipe, flooding kitchen, and drains backing up. I don't know.
Kramer, what did you do?
And here's the response for the owner. I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. Must have happened in the 30 minutes after you walked by and the line was out the door. Had the staff been friendly and informative of the situation instead of being in such a rush to clean up and close, I wouldn't have left a review. Thank you for the speedy response. You say that, and he still left the review. You say
still left the 1 star.
You can adjust the 1 star. Kyle Ziegler, you can take that down. I don't like to read the names of sometimes people, but when you do stuff like that, I will read it. Kyle Ziegler, you can take down the review then.
Yeah.
You're just being spiteful.
Yeah. That's come on, man. Just like they explain why. And they're basically like, yeah, I get that, but I don't get that. I totally don't get that. That's basically what they're saying with that review. Here's one for you. From 3 years ago. I'm not lactose or anything, but after eating one of the ice cream rolls, I began to feel sick and threw up my dinner that I had prior. I don't know what, if they didn't clean the utensils or what, but I'm not feeling as of posting this.
It's called a tummy ache, bro.
Yeah, you probably already ate something a little off and then you turned around and piled ice cream on top of it. That's not the ice cream's fault.
I mean, folks, if you've never been to Creme Shack in Greenville, South Carolina, just Google CREME, Creme Shack, and every picture is absurd of what kind of concoction you can get in this place. Bro, that is called, like, that's something I used to have to explain when my kid was 8 and he would just be on the couch wallowing. He's like, I don't feel good. Like, yeah, you ate like a pint of ice cream. Or I'm like, you just ate like a whole bag of like chicken for yourself, dude. Like, that's just kind of what happens when you don't stop. So,
oh my God.
I like how you purposely skipped over the one that has like, I'm a minority. But it's okay. I'll read it for you. No, it's okay.
I don't know that it's
no, it's okay. You don't want the white guilt. It's fine, Larry. I get it.
That's
okay.
not what that is.
Call. No, it's a great call. Myself, Black American, and some of my Latino friends came to Creme Shack at 10:33 p.m., 5/17, and was told by the cashier that they were closed with a house full, which I understood, turned around and walked out. Where the issue arose was when a white gentleman walked right in and was able to order. So you guys pick and choose who to serve. I love this place, but sadly will never step a foot in there again. Considering this is such a fine establishment, I'm sure you could run the cameras back to see how we were turned away and he, careful, made his order. Larry, for white people all over listening, what do you have to say for yourself as you scratch your neck nervously?
For myself, I didn't do anything here. I don't have a whole lot to say there, except if that happened, that's shitty.
No, Larry, you don't understand. As an Asian American, I've all my entire fucking life. I tell this story sometimes in stand up where one time I'm fucking working somewhere. I'm in my break time in the break room eating my sandwich. Dude comes in to bug spray the inspector, exterminator, whatever. Looks at me, gives that like weird look. I look down. I don't want to deal with him because I know what he's about to ask. And he goes, I know you from somewhere. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't think we've met before. No, I know, man. I know. Walks away. Just walks back. With my high class 87? No, man. Oh. I know. Your dad owns a restaurant down the street. No, my dad doesn't own a restaurant. Oh. You sure? Yeah. I'm sure I know my dad owns a restaurant.
Jesus.
Oh, all right. I knew a guy who was Asian though. I went to college. I'm like, man, for real, I'm trying to eat a fucking sandwich here. So point is, people like to just group all races together as if we all know each other to some degree or form. Like I'm supposed to know every Asian person. So Larry, in that vein, as a white person, as a white male Caucasian, you can speak on behalf of this experience and why someone of your caliber and your skin color and your tone was able to order at 10:33 at night on May 17th.
Sounds like a dumb cashier made a dumb mistake right there, buddy.
I love the sweat pouring down your face.
I mean, there's no defense here. If you're going to say that you're not going to serve a group of people because it's after closing time, then don't serve anybody. Like that's a hard, fast rule, unless that guy came in behind and just happened to be pushier about it. And they basically were like, fuck this guy, let's serve him so he leaves us alone. That's really the only excuse I can think of.
What if he was DoorDash?
Then he wouldn't be ordering, he'd be picking up an order.
Right. But what if the point of view was different? What if
But also that's 3 years ago. Was DoorDash really much of a thing 3 years ago?
I think so. I think DoorDash definitely existed 3 years ago before COVID and all that.
Yeah. I guess how prevalent was DoorDash before COVID? Because COVID like really made that stuff big.
Right.
Because that's when the review is from. It's from 3 years ago.
By the way, if you have a Chase Sapphire card, for those listening, you don't know, you get DoorDash for free for an entire year, apparently, as one of the perks of having a Chase Sapphire card. I did not know that until a mutual friend of ours, Ryan Burnt, told me that during COVID, he got addicted to DoorDash, and now he and his wife like order it like a couple times a month because it's
I didn't know that.
No extra charge, and it's it comes with anyway. Why not? So,
hey Andrew, what's your thought here? What do you think happened here?
What do I think happened and why that? I don't know. It could have been something stupid, like maybe it was a friend of the cashier, one of the employees, and like, oh, it's fine.
I'd like to hope it was a misunderstanding and not an actual racism thing.
Don't we all wish it's not a racist thing?
That's right.
I'm just saying, but a lot of factors there. I do feel bad, and I do feel that comment at the end of like them liking the store enough, but just because of that experience, because I get that. I have definitely had experiences myself where I've been like, cool, that didn't sit right with me.
Right.
And that happened just the other day where I'm speaking with a cashier and they kind of give me the look of like confusion and then try to basically turn it on me as if they didn't expect me to speak the way I did. And they made like a comment.
No.
Yeah.
They were expecting you to have an accent and you didn't.
Yeah. They just basically just looked at me like, whoa, like what? And I was like, yeah, that's just how I speak, homie. I'm sorry. Like, didn't know what to do there. I think I've mentioned the story before.
Andrew, do you ever get the question of, hey, where are you from? Do you ever get that one?
Oh, Larry, come on now. I have I think I told you the story one time, or you might have been performing with me. This was years ago at Alchemy Comedy, and at least 5 or 6 years. It was before I met my wife. We've been together for almost 5 years, and I was on stage. We were playing that game, Replay Pile Up.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you do a scene, and then
Oh,
you do the
no.
scene again. Then the director says, "Okay, we need to get like a style of film, Western, cool." And you react the scene again. You
Yep.
do it in the style of Western, try to keep the same amount of dialogue, whatever it is, actions and so on. Then you add on to it. So now we're going to keep the Western, but we need to get accents. And
yeah,
you
we've
came-
tried we've moved away from that ask specifically because of shit like this. What I think your story is
and
going
then
towards.
I get pointed at. I think it's Harrison was the game, whatever you call it, the show, the host that night. And it points to me, and someone shouts out, "Japanese!" And of course, being me, the crowd giggles. I think like even Harrison like kind of looked over at me like, "Is this okay?" And I just kind of give a nod, like
yeah,
fuck, I don't care.
Yeah, if you wanted, you could have been like, "I'm Vietnamese." Like
so,
he could have leaned into it.
Scene played out again, and I know exactly. Like I try to get my head like one step ahead. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but like I know what the expectation is of. Oh, Asian guy about to do an Asian accent. This is going to be like Mickey Rooney at Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yay!
You just spoke how you speak.
Yeah, let's do it. And by the time it's like my line in the scene, all I do is just go, because to me that is Asian enough, and to me all I am doing is an impression of my dad.
Yeah,
my dad didn't speak very much, and he just grunted. So to me that was, and the crowd liked it. The crowd laughed. They got it.
Yeah.
You know? So all good. So we can go on and on. Back to Creme Shack. I like this one here. What
you got?
I gotta get the right appropriate music. I gotta get the morning. Bruh, they don't have ice cream filled donuts. That's why we went sad emoji face. And response from the owner. You got it?
Yeah. Adrian, due to COVID, we were unable to get our donuts. Great news, though. We have them back. And as before, flying out the door.
That is something they do that no one else does. They fucking make donut ice cream sandwiches, folks. I have not had one.
That sounds amazing.
You got to go like early and peak, like they're saying. And that's not worthy of like a 1-star review. Like if I go to a steakhouse, if someone's out of things, if they're out of a lot of things, I kind of understand it. If they're out of one thing, get over it and buy a different thing. Sure. Like there's a difference of like if I go to a steakhouse and they're out of like the thing, like the filet mignon, the porterhouse, the like whatever the fuck is their special, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be like, you know what, next time I'm going to get here a little earlier. I want to get my shit and be happy and see what the hype's about. Now, unlike Moe's the other day where I ate it with my kids and we got that stupid fucking Coke machine that has like every goddamn fucking flavor.
The mixologist
all
machine.
Taste a little bit of the same fucking thing each time.
Yeah, you got to clean that. You got to clean those tubes.
I can complain about that because that's like, bro, like that is a disappointment. That is something, you know what I'm saying?
The big thing from like, if you go to Moe's and they're out of tortillas, right? That's a big deal.
Has that happened?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, they're like, sorry, man, we're only serving burrito bowls because we're completely out of tortillas. Dude, do you know how easy it is to make tortillas? God, I hope not. I hope they would never run out. By the way, did you peek the timeline of when that last review was? The review was from 2 years ago, and the response was from closer to a year ago.
All right. So they're going through. All right. I like it. It.
Here's another 1-star. There's really not that many 1-stars, by the way.
Which is
almost out of them.
You always say like these things, if there's not a lot of 1-stars in general, that says something.
That's a good sign. Yeah.
All right.
Here you go. Turned away because of a peanut allergy with the excuse of we're an hour from close. We don't have time for that. And there is a response from the owner on this one. Thank you so much, Kayla, for taking the time to let us know what happened. This is not our policy. Looking into the matter. Perfect response. Great response.
Sure. I I also don't enjoy when people say, well, I should have stayed home or something, blah, blah, blah. This is a 2-star one. And we're
Wow.
wrapping on this episode on this one. And let me get the music going. It's an ice cream shack with limited vegan options. This is how I think all vegans talk, by the way. It was good, but I felt it was extremely overpriced. $15 for 2 people. It's more for the experience of rolled ice cream and watching them do it in front of you. Save your money. Go to Ingles.
Like, go to Ingles.
Thanks, Jonathan, for your review. Everything on our menu can be made with non-dairy in a vanilla or chocolate base, so options are not limited. Thanks for stopping in.
Bless your heart for not figuring out we do have vegan options.
That is the exact argument people make of why would you go and pay $20 for a movie if you could just wait and just see it at home, man?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're paying for an experience, not necessarily just for the movie.
I mean, I know he was being a little
funny.
smart. I was like, you're paying for it. Like a little bit. Yes, you are. But you don't make the kind of shit that they make in that place at home. Otherwise, you are horribly obese. But all that being said, no knock on Ingles. I enjoy Ingles. In fact, the thing that I get from Ingles the most is the fucking popcorn. Have you had Ingles popcorn?
No.
You don't live near an Ingles. You're missing out. If you go to an Ingles.
I don't think I do, honestly.
You don't.
No.
I know you don't. I sold you your house. I know where you live. If you stop by an Ingles sometime, whether it's in Cherrydale in Greenville, or in Simpsonville, or in the weird spots of town that Ingles happens to be at, or if you're in North Carolina, the popcorn in Greenville and Ingles is amazing. That's my treat for myself. It's low carb. It's diabetic friendly. It's good shit. So all that being said,
man,
I like Ingles. Creme Shack is not compared to Ingles. And yes, but hold up. That dude, most likely, like he said, paid for 2 people, $15, and for all
$7
dairy-free ice cream. That is a good deal. You can't get dairy-free shit that's not cheap.
I mean, I'm looking at their menu, and most of it is you could get, create your own is $6.99. You pick your flavor base, you choose your mix-ins, you choose up to 3 toppings, you pick a cookie, you pick a syrup, and then whipped cream or not. And that's $6.99. So it's $7. So yeah, for 2 people, here, no, that's fine.
We've never made your own. And my kids, who are now 9 and 12, everything they eat has to be, they got to make it. They got to see the shit that goes in something. They got to smell the shit that goes, they got to trust it.
It's funny.
But this is the place though. You just read some of the menu items and you're I want to, the French kiss.
Honestly, this all looks great. I think I've eaten here once, and it was years ago. This all looks great. These photos look great.
The key lime pie is amazing.
They've got 323 reviews, and it's a 4.7 overall, and it's overwhelmingly 5 stars and a couple of 4 stars. And yeah. I mean, this place great. We're out of 1 stars already.
There you go, folks. That should say something there. But check out Creme Shack. Greenville, South Carolina on Main Street. Do some shopping, get you a Rockin' Road, a Lime Me, a Crunch Time. That's a good one too. That one's got Catherine Crunch in it. So you get a smooth, nice ice cream texture and that little sharp edge of, brick hitting your top of your mouth of Catherine Crunch. Good stuff there. Find more episodes with Larry, me, and other co-hosts in a 1-star review. Again, subscribe, whatever you listen to. Our voice on now. As we bring out more episodes for you. If you have episodes of recommendations of the 1-star review that you want us to do for Greenville, South Carolina, or anywhere nearby, really, you can always write into yesvandrew@gmail.com. No one has written to me in a while. I'm so lonely. So you can write there if you want.
I just found photos of the ice cream stuffed donut, and this thing actually looks like I just got very excited.
Yeah, my correction. It is not a sandwich. They basically gut and hollow a donut.
It's donut dough without the hole, and then kind of like a beignet almost. It's like a ice cream beignet almost.
Yeah, and you can put any of the flavors in there.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, email Andrew. Tell him what flavor of ice cream donut you want. Oh.